I've noticed a lot of Ethereum hate lately, from big-time investors to retail guppies as well. But I still love Ethereum and remain ultra bullish on it, even though there's obviously problems that they have to fix. But I don't want to dwell on those in this video. Instead, I want to focus on the best parts of Ethereum and why it's still one of my favorite projects of them all. I'm going to share some specific reasons and some hot takes as well. So whether you're an ETH bull or a big-time critic, this video is for you. Strap in, my friend, and let's roll the intro. The very first thing I love about Ethereum is the innovation and quality of projects in its ecosystem. If you look at all the other blockchain ecosystems out there, sure, they may have some successful projects, but the vast majority of them are carbon copies of Ethereum projects that have already been proven. I'm talking clones of Uniswap or Aave or Olympus DAO, you name it. Even NFT projects. They take CryptoPunks from Ethereum and just copy-paste the exact same collection onto new blockchains. I mean, come on, that's so ugh, and the people who do that are pretty much grifters in my eyes. I think I can count on one hand the number of projects that are truly unique and innovative that did not start on Ethereum. Because innovation starts here, that's also why the average quality of projects in Ethereum is much higher than in other ecosystems. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of spam and trash Ethereum projects as well. But my goodness, if we take a look at Binance Smart Chain, for example, I'd say like over 90% of those projects that I come across are like deflationary meme coins or vaporware. So if you value innovation and quality like I do, Ethereum is definitely the place to look. And then there's the ethos or spirit of the community. In my opinion, the Ethereum community embodies the true spirit of crypto, aka open participation, and a common goal of maximizing decentralization. In fact, some people in the ETH community care so much about decentralization that they say, quote, "Don't call me an ETH maxi, call me a decentralization maxi." This is in stark contrast with other people in crypto who just care about profits and are profit maximalists. I mean, look, we all want our backs to go up. That's a huge reason why we're in crypto. But I truly believe that it's also important to have a purpose beyond that. Otherwise, what are we even doing here? We can just use Amazon Web Services and call it a day. No need to create some decentralized and name-only spreadsheet that mainly serves to enrich founders and early adopters as well, right? I mean, can we at least agree on that? To be fair, some projects do seem to care about decentralization and are improving on that front. But Ethereum's actions thus far have convinced me that they care a ton about decentralization and are not willing to sacrifice that for other short-term benefit. I think a big reason why the ETH community has such great values is because of their leadership. I'm thinking specifically of Vitalik Buterin. I'm a huge fan of his, and I think that all crypto leaders should be more like him. First of all, he's a legit genius, which is great for the technical side of Ethereum. But my praise isn't even about that. It's more so that he genuinely does not care about getting super rich and pumping his own bags. He really just wants to see Ethereum succeed and become a platform that generates massive global impact. He also does not have a huge ego and is like, oh, I'm the CEO of Ethereum. He's more like a thought leader and individual contributor these days. I mean, of course he still has a lot of influence over the project, but that's more through shepherding and guiding the community rather than dictating exactly what it should do. That's why if I had to pick one crypto leader to ride or die with, it'd be Vitalik Buterin hands down. Now, before I get to my final 2 points about Ethereum, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors for this video, Vires Finance. They are similar to Aave, but for the Waves ecosystem. Basically, you can lend your coins to earn interest, and you can borrow coins as well. But here's the thing, they currently offer much higher APY than other platforms. I'm talking about 20% APY for certain stablecoins. The rate definitely changes depending on supply and demand, so right now it's super high, but it may not stay that way forever. They support major coins like BTC and ETH, but also popular stablecoins like USDT or USDC. Let's say that you're holding stablecoins during a bear period. Then you could use Vires Finance to put your money to work while you wait for the next bull period to begin. That's why if you like farming yield at all, definitely check them out using my links down below. As for my fourth reason to love Ethereum, it would have to be their stellar tokenomics. Have you heard of the burn before? Well, if not, you should definitely subscribe because I'm about to release a video all about that and how it affects ETH. But basically, it's a new process that was introduced in 2021, where instead of sending all the gas fees to miners, some of that ETH is burned forever. As holders of ETH, we should definitely love the sound of that, because less ETH out in the market equals higher prices, assuming everything else is held constant. But what's really special is that when there's a ton of activity on Ethereum, gas fees are super high, which means that the amount of ETH that is burned is also super high. And it can get to a point where the amount of ETH burned is greater than the amount of ETH generated by inflation, aka the block rewards given to miners. That means ETH would be net deflationary at times. And that's why all the ETH fans call it ultrasound money. Because even Bitcoin is not actually deflationary. It's just disinflationary. Huge difference there. Maybe that's why when we look at this ETH BTC ratio chart, ETH has been strongly outperforming Bitcoin in recent months. Well, I can't say that for sure, but I think there's a strong possibility. Now, my final reason to love Ethereum actually has to do with their congested network and high fees. Hear me out, because I think there's two ways to look at it. First is that Ethereum block space is by far the most in demand in the entire crypto world. No other blockchain's block space comes close in terms of user demand. People are still willing to use it when it's slow and expensive, which says a lot about having real adoption and strong product market fit. But also my second point is that this problem is actually really easy to fix, and solutions are starting to gain steam. Like optimistic rollups, we got Arbitrum, Optimism, Boba Network already out and growing quickly. And then ZK rollups like ZK Sync are coming real soon as well. So with those layer 2 solutions operational, and exchanges allowing us to withdraw directly to them, we can say bye-bye to Ethereum scaling issues sooner rather than later. Well, now that you have a better understanding of why I love Ethereum, it's time for my hot takes. These are going to be just fun predictions that I believe, but I'm not a fortune teller, so please don't take them as guarantees. First, I believe that ETH will finally flip Bitcoin sometime in 2022. So the long-awaited flippening will finally happen. Second is that while this happens, a lot of other layer 1 activity and other ecosystems will consolidate back into ETH. This means capital and liquidity, of course, but also talent will flow back into Ethereum. This isn't some crazy suggestion either. Just look at high-flying projects from last cycle like Eos, Neo, and Tron. They're all pretty much zombie projects, and their supporters have since left for other projects. But my third take may be the spiciest one of them all, and that is I believe that some hot layer 1 projects will finally see the light and turn themselves into rollups that ultimately settle on Ethereum. This may take a few years for it to finally happen, but if our vision of a rollup centric future is right, then I think my take will be all but inevitable. Anyways, I want to hear from you. Do you love ETH as much as I do? Or do you think I'm wrong on some points here? In which case, please write me down below. Also, if you haven't looked into rollups at all, then you have to watch this video where I explain what that is and why I'm so bullish about them. Or you can watch this one about the triple halving theory and why ETH may hit some ridiculous price in the next couple of years due to certain market forces. Anyways, I'm Kevin from Coinsider. Can't wait to see you on the next one, and cheers!